I've been told that you were really dedicated to your work during this filming process. And tell me, is it true that you actually never took your costume off and you were living in some kind of a tower or a tree? Is it true?
Well, I didn't have really any time off to speak of, so I think when people saw me, I was usually dressed for work. Much of what we filmed was in the natural environment of New Zealand, which is, you know, really beautiful. And I do like hiking and camping and fishing, and, you know, I like to be outdoors, so it was, even though it was a difficult job sometimes, it was, you know, paradise for me to be there. It was a wonderful place, so I think probably people did get accustomed to seeing me out in the woods a lot, but it would have been spending a year and a half in New Zealand if I hadn't, you know, paid attention and taken advantage of the opportunity to explore those rivers and forests and mountains. I would have felt I had wasted my time in a way, that I had lost a valuable opportunity.
Was it easier to get into your character since you spent such a long time there? And
probably for everyone, yeah. You know, I mean, it's not quite the same thing, but it's more like doing a play where you do it for such a long time. But it doesn't matter what role I play, you know, I always like the character I play, you know, or come to understand and appreciate the character, no matter what the job is. And I don't think you can ever stop learning. It's up to you, but if you want to, you can always pick up some kind of information on the way. And in this case, yes, we had a longer time, so I learned more about the character.
Aragorn is one of the most beloved characters in literature and one of the most beloved heroes. Mm-hmm. Was it daunting to take this part?
I hadn't read the book, so I didn't have a preconceived idea of the character, nor a sense that a lot of people might have that idea. But anyway, I mean, I'm more interested in the process of learning about the role and the experience of shooting the movie. So I don't think that much about what others' thoughts are about it. I just try to be as faithful to, in this case, you know, I felt like I had two masters. One was Tolkien, one was Peter Jackson, and also, you know, my conscience, my own conscience, as far as doing a good job. It's not different with this than any other, but maybe when I read these books, I did recognize the foundation for it is really, you know, a lot of in a lot of ways, it's Nordic sagas and mythology and stories from Scandinavia and Finland and from the rest of Europe and medieval poems and things. I recognized that, and that I thought it was a unique opportunity to touch the past in a way, you know. Mm.
You do know that there's thousands and thousands of fans who love passionately about this book, and the truth is that you're going to get some negative feedback from them. Are you afraid of that?
No. I mean, I particularly like the poetry and the language of the books, and I do wish we could have had more of that in the film. But, you know, that being said, I don't think we couldn't have put everything in the movie. It's just impossible. It would have been, you know, 20 hours long. But I do think that the spirit of the books and of our experience shooting the movie is there on screen. You know, it's not this neat little clean fairy tale. It's difficult to watch at times, and I think that it's messy and it's rough and it's raw, because everybody was committed to doing it and playing, no matter how fantastical the situation was, everybody played it for real, you know, in a sense, although more in a visual way than with words. I think it's like Shakespeare. Shakespeare can be very dull, you know, or if people play it for real and play it as if it's never been seen, then it can affect you. You can identify with it as a viewer, hopefully. And I think the case here is that these characters feel like they come right out of the book and come right out of the, the misty past that Tolkien was trying to bring alive for readers of the 20th century. Hopefully Peter Jackson does that now for movie viewers. They feel like there's something real there. There's some connection, even if they don't realize it consciously, with our universal mythical past,
You had to learn all sorts of different skills in order to play Aragorn. What was the trickiest part?
I don't know. Every day presented a new challenge, whether it was the weather or whether it was, maybe the horse is sick or, maybe you're injured or somebody is or somebody's not doing well. I don't know. It was.
Did you get injured during the
Yeah, but most people that did the battles did get injured.
What happened?
And I don't know. Lots of them. I think to dwell on that would be not very good form. A lot of people got hurt worse than I did, so it doesn't matter. The main thing was that everybody pulled together at all times. It didn't matter how tired you were or how low someone was. Maybe they're having a bad week. I mean, it was a year and a half, so you're going to have some bad days. You felt like everybody was united, and you could always talk to somebody if you wanted to. There was always somebody who had worse trouble than you know what I mean? And it was a real group effort, more so than most movies, I think, that I'll ever have a chance to be on. And I think that, again, that pays off. You feel that in the movie. You feel the sense of commitment and sacrifice to the common goal, hopefully. The more variety you give them in terms of what you do in takes or what you offer the other actor, the more chance of something interesting happening. If you don't do anything thinking, well, they'll never use it, then you're giving them nothing. And when we're going at the rate we're going here, it doesn't seem like it. Here I am fishing and all that, but that's because I'm waiting between shots. But we don't have much time to get it really right, so the more you can throw out there, figure the better. I think I better go learn my lines and forget about this for a while.